Hi everyone, we're going to begin today's class with a couple breathing exercises. So we're just going to start with the feet together, standing nice and tall, really lengthening through the spine, lifting out through the top of the head. Take the shoulders back and down a few times. And then we're going to take a nice big inhale as we lift up with the arms. Bringing your gaze towards your hands, and exhale as you release down. We'll do that once again. Nice big inhale, lifting up, and an exhale as you release. And we're going to start our first breathing exercise, just bringing your palms to your center. So you can close your eyes if you'd like to. Just start breathing into your hands, taking nice big inhales and exhales, really expanding through your diaphragm. Again, keeping those shoulders back and down. Nice big inhale, allowing your air to travel through the body. And as you exhale, just feel yourself be grounded, finding your center through your breath. Again, nice big inhale and exhale. Once again, on this time, we'll drop the hands on the exhale, so inhaling into the palms and exhale, releasing the arms. Continue that breath up, bringing the hands back to the center. And exhale as you release. Then we'll step our feet just hip width apart for this next one. We're going to interlace our fingers, placing the knuckles underneath your chin, trying to reach the elbows towards one another. From here, we'll take a nice big inhale as we lift up with the elbows, looking up towards the ceiling, opening up the heart. And as you exhale, squeezing out all that air, bringing the elbows back together, or as close as you can get. Again, nice big inhale, lifting up. And exhale as you release. We'll do that 2 more times. Nice big inhale, lifting up. And exhale, release. Last one, really expanding, lifting up through the arms and the upper body. And exhale, releasing, relaxing. Dropping the arms down. Good. We're going to take our feet even a little bit further apart than hip width. And we're just going to take a little stretching motion here. So we're going to start by reaching one arm all the way up. Really try to feel that stretch through the side of the body. And then slowly let that arm melt as the other arm reaches up. Getting a nice side to side motion through the torso. Lengthening all the way through the fingers. And you can continue with this, or you can add a small step from side to side. So as I reach up, I'm going to step and really lean into that side. Again, making this your own, whatever feels good for your own body. Just 1 or 2 more times on your own. And then we're going to take that shift, but this time rotating in the torso. So as if you're pushing the air from side to side. Continuing your breath, let the breath move you from one side to the other. And again, either keeping it simple as that, or you can add the step, really leaning from side to side. And then sticking with that same rotation, we're just going to bring our arms to the center. Just letting them swing from one side to the other, wrapping around your torso. Again, letting your own breath take you from side to side. Letting the breath initiate the movement. And then we're just going to stop to one side, wrapping the arms, lengthening up through the spine. And slowly releasing to the other side. And back to center. We're going to interlace our hands, bringing the hands palms up, and then as we get to the top, flipping the hands and pressing up towards the ceiling, and exhale down. Again, scooping in. Think of bringing all that good energy up through the body, and exhale, releasing any tension, any unwanted stress. Again, just a few times on your own as we inhale, lifting up, bringing that good energy into the body. And exhale. Do that one more time. Good. And then we'll bring ourselves back to our center. Take some shoulder circles. Again, thinking back and down with the shoulders. And just letting the arms reach down towards the floor. Think about sending energy all the way up throughout the fingertips as if someone's pulling your arms down, and at the same time you're being lifted. Thinking of a marionette pulling you up towards the ceiling. Just feeling that elongation throughout the body. And exhale as you release. We'll move to our head for a moment. Just take a little circle with the neck. Nice and gentle. And reversing direction whenever you feel ready. Take the arms up once again, nice big inhale. And this time as we exhale, we're just going to dive down, starting with the top of the head, just letting the arms relax over the legs. And the first time that we're hanging over here, just keep the knees soft. You can let the upper body release by swaying from side to side. You can turn the head, shake out the arms, anything that feels good for yourself. And then we're going to bend the knees, slowly rolling back up through the spine, one vertebrae at a time, as you come back to standing. Inhaling through, and exhale, release. Good. Taking that same clasping with the hands, we'll take them behind our back this time. And thinking about pressing down with the arms again, shoulders back and down. Drop your chin towards your chest and just let those arms rise up, coming away from your center. releasing back down and unclasping the hands. We'll take one arm, reaching it across your body, using the other arm to just gently stretch through the shoulder. Again, shoulders are back and down, bringing that closer towards your upper body. And release. Good. Same thing to the other side, arm reaching across, using your other arm to just gently bring that in towards your upper body, feeling the stretch through the shoulders, the neck, the upper back. And release. Good. Then we're going to drop one hand behind our head. You can take your other hand by the elbow, just gently stretching through the shoulder here. Or if you'd like to, you can reach your fingertips towards one another in the back, clasping the hands, whichever one is comfortable for you. And slowly release. Good. Repeating that once again to the other side, dropping the hand behind the head, either hand at the elbow or reaching the fingertips towards one another behind you. And release. Take a moment just shaking those shoulders out again. Shake the arms out a little bit. Good. And then we'll bring the feet a little bit further apart. Good. Take another big inhale up. And exhale, we're just going to take the arms out to the sides like the letter T. So again, you can adjust your feet however you're comfortable here. If you want them to be wider, you can bring them in a little bit closer, but definitely more than hip width apart. From here, we're going to take our alternating arm and foot. So you're taking one hand and just reaching down to the opposite leg. Wherever that's comfortable for you, whether it's down towards the leg or closer towards the foot. Feeling that nice rotation through the body. And coming back to center. Again, take another big inhale, and as you exhale, opposite hand to leg or foot. And back to center. We'll bring both arms, you're going to grab onto the opposite elbows. Let yourself just feel gravity pulling you down over the legs, allowing the arms to feel like they're being released down to the floor, relaxing through the head, and just breathing through the legs. Thinking of each exhale, allowing you to go a little bit further into your stretch. And then we're going to bend the knees slightly as we roll back up to standing. And you can release the arms down. Coming back to center, we're going to take one foot forward. So I'm going to do this sideways so you can see what I'm doing here. But we're going to take one foot forward in front of the other, making sure that both feet are parallel to one another and pointed towards the front. So from here, you can have your hands placed at your hips. You can grab the arms behind your back, or you can go into what's called reverse prayer. So you have your hands palms together and flipping the fingers up the back, whichever one is comfortable for you. Keeping the legs straight and lengthened, we'll take a nice big inhale as we look up. And as you exhale, think about lengthening through the spine, reaching out and over that front leg. Again, using that exhale to help deepen your stretch. Lengthening up through the spine as we come back up to standing. One more inhale, looking up. And exhale, release. And then you can either just rotate to the other side or switch which foot is in front. Making sure they're both pointed forward. Legs are lengthened and grounded through the feet. Lengthening up, lifting up through the ceiling with the heart and the eyes. And as you exhale, reaching out and over that front leg. Continue to lengthen through the spine, lifting back up to the ceiling. As you inhale one more time, and exhale, release. And then you can relax the arms, shake out the wrists, the hands, and come bring yourself back to center when you're ready. We'll just take a moment here, lifting through the feet and the heels, lengthening. Allow yourself to just come back to that focused breath, focusing on each inhale and allowing yourself to be released on each exhale. We'll sink the heels back to the floor, take a nice big inhale up again. And last, folding forward, rolling down through the top of the head, letting the arms release over the legs. And this time, think more of stretching in towards the ground, releasing the upper body, lengthening through the backs of the legs. From here, we're going to walk ourselves out to downward dog. So you can just go forward. Again, I'm just going to rotate so that you can see what I am talking about here. Good. So again, just walking the hands out forward, thinking of sinking the feet and the heels in towards the floor, really lengthening the hips up towards the ceiling, pressing away with the arms. From here, you can lift the heels one at a time, tread through the feet, the ankles. And then we're going to lengthen ourselves out into a plank position. So again, just keeping that body nice and straight, pressing through the ground with the arms, lengthening through the torso. You can place the knees down at any time if you need to, and we're just going to lower ourselves down to the floor. Scooping up with the upper body. And as we exhale, we're going to sit back into child's pose. So we're sitting back onto the heels, extending the arms forward and just resting in this position. Finding your breath again. And then coming up to a tabletop position. So we're coming to our hands and our knees here. We're going to move through a couple cat and cow position. So you're just moving through the spine using your breath as you do so. So we'll inhale looking up towards the ceiling. And as you exhale, think of curving your spine towards the ceiling and looking down towards your knees. So this can be done on your own time, moving through your own breath. We'll do one or two more times with this. And coming back to a neutral spine. From here, we're going to take one arm reaching up towards the ceiling, thinking of threading the fingertips underneath the opposite arm and stretching that shoulder down towards the floor. Coming back to center and placing the hand back on the floor, keeping that equal weight on all 4 points until you're ready to take the other arm, lifting it up towards the ceiling. Again, threading the fingertips, threading the needle through and stretching that shoulder towards the floor. And coming back to center. If at any point during this you need to just sit back into child's pose, take a break, you can do that as well. I'm actually just going to rotate for the next part here. I think I'll have room. So now we're going to take our opposite arm and leg. A little bit more. And do our extension through. So you're going to reach one arm forward and at the same time reaching the opposite leg behind you. Feeling that diagonal stretch, thinking of reaching from one wall to the other, or if you're outside, in one direction to the other direction. You can either stay here, or you can reach the hand behind you, grabbing onto the foot. Engaging in your center, continuing with that breath. And we'll release that, coming back down. Take another breath here, finding the center. Once again, engaging in your core. And when you're ready, feeling that diagonal stretch as you reach opposite arm and leg. Either staying here or reaching the hand towards the foot. Slowly coming back out to release. We'll sit back into child's pose once again, finding that breath. And then we're going to walk our way up to a seated position. Okay. So from here, we'll bring our legs forward. We're going to keep our toes up towards the ceiling, feeling like we're lengthening through the backs of our legs. Take a nice big inhale up with the arms. And as you exhale, think about lifting, lengthening through the spine, folding over the legs. Slowly reaching out as we come back up to center and release down. Taking the hands behind you, fingertips forward, either staying here or you can take your hands back slightly further, pressing into the ground to lift up through the chest, opening up the heart towards the sky. You can either stay here, or if your hands are at the further point back, you can lift the hips as well. And exhale, release. We'll bring our feet together, sitting nice and tall into our butterfly stretch. Face front for this one. Take a nice big inhale, looking up, and exhale, let your upper body fold forward. Coming back to center, we'll rotate over to one side, hands on either side of the knee as we stretch over that leg. Back to center, once again rotating to the other side, folding over that leg. And back to center. Take one leg, extending it out towards the side. So just let your hip relax, release here. You can just shake out that leg a little bit. Go to wherever you're comfortable, whether that's more on a diagonal or further out to the side. Again, just relaxing through that hip, keeping the leg elongated and lengthened. Inhale as you lift up. And as we exhale, we're just going to reach out and over to with the opposite arm to that leg and foot. Coming back to center, spiraling over towards that leg and folding forward over that leg. Once again, back to center and release. We'll switch to the other side, extending the leg out. Just take a moment to shake out from the hip, releasing that leg, relaxing that leg and all the muscles in it. Sitting nice and tall as we lift up with the arms, and exhale as we fold over towards that side. Coming up to center, rotating so your shoulders are facing that leg and folding over. Coming back to center and release. Take both legs forward. We'll just give them a nice shake through the hips again, really relaxing and releasing here. We'll place both feet on the floor. Just let yourself fold over for a moment. Using this time to just reconnect with your breath. Allow any thoughts to just pass by. And coming back to center. So we're going to start by taking one leg bent in front. The opposite leg can be bent or lengthened behind you. Again, I'm just going to face to the side so you can see a little bit better what I'm doing here. So from here, again, the back leg can be bent, or you can lengthen it out long behind you, whichever one you prefer. This front leg you can adjust according to how well or how deep of a stretch you want. So if you have it more parallel to the front of your mat or to the wall, you'll get a deeper stretch. If that feels too much on your hips, you can always bring the leg, tuck it back in closer. So we'll start by just taking a nice big inhale, looking up, and exhale, let yourself fold over that front leg. And use the arms as support as you just fold over, releasing and relaxing down. Allow yourself to come back up using the arms again to help push you up, looking towards the ceiling. And exhale. And then we'll repeat that to the other side. Again, either keeping both legs bent or extending that back leg behind you. Variation of the front leg is however you are comfortable with. Inhale, looking up, and exhale, folding forward. Taking your time as you come back up, bringing the gaze towards the ceiling, and exhale, release. Bring the legs, swinging them back to the front. And once again, just letting yourself fold over the knees. Coming back to center. From here, we're just going to come down to the floor once again. So however you're comfortable getting down there, you can roll down through the, oh my goodness. Apologize for that. So take your time coming down to the floor. Always something exciting with virtual classes. So allow yourself to just feel the ground, let your back connect, let your feet connect. Bringing your awareness back to your breath. Nice big inhale and exhale. We're going to bring the knees in towards the chest, holding on to the knees with the hands. And from here, you can take your time, either by letting your legs rock from one side to the next, or you can do little circles with the knees, massaging the lower back against the floor. placing the feet back on the floor, letting the arms come out to the sides like the letter T. We'll take a nice big inhale. As you exhale, just drop the legs to one side, turning your chin away from your knees. Coming back to center, once again, nice big inhale, and exhale, dropping the legs the opposite direction, turning the chin away from the knees. And back to center. Keeping the feet planted on the floor, just take a little rock from the heels to the toes, connecting with the ground, connecting with the floor. And then once again, just letting the feet relax, staying connected to the ground. Taking a nice big inhale, nice big exhale. We're going to bring the arms across the chest like you're giving yourself a giant hug. Step the feet a little bit further than hip width apart and just let the knees fall into one another. Taking some nice big inhales and exhales in this position. This is a good resting position to release the muscles, relaxing through the joints. One or two nice big inhales and exhales. And then go ahead and extend the arms above your head, just feeling that stretch above you. Extend the legs down. Have room. Just give the legs a shake out. Really feel that lengthening through from the feet all the way to the hands and out through the fingers. And then let yourself relax. Let yourself release into the ground, relaxing the legs. Gently letting the arms release down by your sides. You can begin to close your eyes. Feeling as though you're melting into the floor. Focusing on every inch of the body, every muscle. Allow the muscles to be soft. Allow the muscles to release. Relaxing the joints in the body. Starting down at the feet, keeping the feet, the toes soft. Ankles released. Relaxed knees and hips. And just letting your legs fall to the natural rotation of your own body. Relaxing the calves, the hamstrings, the quads. Beginning to breathe through your core, your center. Relaxing in the abdominals, the sides of the body and obliques. Releasing throughout the spine. Allowing your muscles to be soft. And at the same time, your spine lengthened. Allowing us to stand tall. Relaxing throughout the arms. The shoulders. Soft elbows and wrists. And just gentle fingertips. Keeping the chest opened, the heart opened. Sending love and gratitude into the world. Keeping the neck released. Just feel the weight of the head into the floor. Taking another big inhale. And as you exhale, keeping the eyes closed, but just start to move the fingers and the toes. You could begin to open the eyes, bringing awareness. And then when you feel ready, you can begin to just move a little bit more throughout the body as you make your way back to a seated position. And once you're there, we'll just take one last nice big inhale up. Bringing the palms to prayer, and exhale.